Yo, happy New Year's everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So we got a lot of crazy things planned for 2021, so get prepared. But in today's episode, we're going to be arranging our beat and going over some different tips that you can use to make your arrangements even better. This is part 5 of a tutorial where we're making a complete trap beat from scratch. So in the last video, we finished up our drums, we did our percussion, and we did our hi-hats. And in this tutorial, we are going to start arranging our beat. So let's jump right into this. Alright, so this is what our beat's sounding like right now. So I'm just going to pull all the layers out and then we can start arranging them. Okay, so we have the basic arrangement now. So we have all of our drums and everything for our 3-bar drop here. Actually, we're going to do a 4-bar drop, so let's go ahead and copy everything over for this one as well. And then this will be our little bridge into the next part of the drop. We'll just leave the 808 in this. So we'll just go through some of the normal things I do right away, and then we can start adding some of the little sauce things. So I'm actually going to take out the perk. So the perk and the open hi-hat are going to go interchangeably, so every other one. So we're going to do something like that. The claps are going to come in only on the second parts of every other one like this. Actually, we'll just do it on every second part. So something like that. So it'll start with just the snare, and then the snare will sound a little bit fuller when the clap comes in on that second part. That's why we're doing that there. And then what I like to do is do the kicks every other as well. Okay, so this is a basic setup, and now we're going to go in and tweak things even differently. So what I like to do normally is on the second part of the drop right here, I like to take all the drums out except for them and then just leave the melody there just to kind of introduce it by itself. So we can do something like that. So we'll just take out that first section. Maybe we'll leave that one. Bring in the hi-hats right there. We'll have to listen to this and make sure this sounds right. Okay, I think we have the hi-hats come in right on this one. Let's see. Alright, we're going to turn up this perk. I'm going to have this perk hit like right at this hit spot right here, so it's not as long of a delay behind that snare. So maybe have it start like right here. Let's see. Let's see how it sounds. Better. And then we'll have this one end a little bit early too, so we'll kind of bring everything out. We're going to have a little transition before this next part of the drop. Okay, so we have a little bit done here. So we have our first drop. It's pretty much solid. Everything's normal. Our second one, the drums come in a little bit late and everything ends a little bit early. We're going to put a transition before the second half of the drop before this. And then we'll also have a transition right before the drop comes in as well. So let's add that transition. I'm just going to make an audio track. We're going to go into the new pack here into our kicks, and we'll do a reverse kick. I'm going to use this whirly one. And I'm going to have it end like right here. What I'm going to do is just chop off that little last part. Boom. And then I'm also going to have this melody end early, so it's just going to be like this thing playing. Let's see. Let's see if this is too much. That's perfect. Okay. And let's add another one. Let's add this FX right here, and we'll have this lead into that reverse kick. So we won't have the explosion actually happen. So this is the second transition in my pack. Let's see how this is sounding. to make sure we hear this full thing, so I don't want it to overlap it too much. Alright, let's turn down this transition quite a bit. And on this reverse kick, I'm actually going to put a clipper on it, because as you can see, it's peaking like crazy right now. And I'm also going to route this to our 808 track so that it's doing the same thing as our regular kick. Let's see how this is starting to sound. We're going to put a little bit of reverb on this transition too, just to make it a little smoother. All right, we're just going to leave this at 4. And I'm not going to worry about EQing this since it's before the drop. The drop is where like the 808 and the kick come in. That's when you want everything to be crispy. But since this is before the drop, we don't really need to worry about EQing it. All right, so let's hear it now with the reverb. So now what I'm going to do, since we got that all situated, is I can copy it over to this part right here, which we did previously. We left room for it. And then we'll make sure it fits in here as well. Let's go ahead and chop this melody as well. We can copy this 808 over here and just kind of pull this back forward just so we have it cutting off at the right spot for both of those. So I think what we might do is we might just put this one here as well. And we can just lengthen it back out all the way. So that way this one's not playing twice in a row. And I do like how this one sounds. So you can pick like your favorite section and you can double up there if you'd like. Or you could honestly just leave it like how we had it before. As long as it sounds good to you. So this is the basic setup. We don't need to go too crazy with it. This is going to be something that's really easy for an artist to hop on. There's not too much switch up and craziness happening so that they're able to catch their flow and still go with it. And then we have these cool transitions and things like that to kind of help it along. Let's listen to this back really quick and then we'll copy it over and make it into a full song. Alright, and as you saw, I just kind of copied it over there, and then I made sure to copy these because sometimes these don't get copied over when you're copying everything because they're right on the edge there. So once you have that out, you can copy it over 2 or 3 times depending on how long it ends up being. So this is a little more than 3 minutes. So this is definitely long enough. If anything, it's too long. What I could do is kind of like, I could chop out maybe half of this drop right here if I wanted to, but you can let the artist decide that as well. Alright, so this is gonna wrap up the tutorial on going ahead and arranging the beat and going over some different transitions and cool things that you can do to make it more interesting along the way. In the next tutorial, we're gonna be mixing this down and mastering it as well. So if you guys enjoyed this one, smash the like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe because we're uploading daily tutorials that you're not gonna wanna miss out on. And besides that, I'll be catching you guys again in the next one. Peace out.